Okay, so with this chapter, I think this started the trend of me finding a way to have Trixie do something awesome, death-defying, and just a little bit stupid in almost every fix she's in. Sorry for this point. I've had Trixie do something cool and badass in almost every story where she's in an epic. Where it be handing Starlight her ass, fighting Cerise Wonder, Emerald Sena on a one-on-one basis, or beating Twilight in the next story, all comes from this moment. I'll let you know when we get to it. Killing Kindness. Hey, it was not easy coming up with all these alliterations, alright? Running faster and faster along the stone road that Twilight was making, the girls' hearts thundered deep within their chests. Sweat rolled down their coats as they hurried as fast as they can. When you make a mistake? Applejack asked, running alongside Twilight. Panting, Twilight turned to Applejack. Somehow, maybe it was due to Mirage wiping that part from my brain, or some trauma thanks to a fear cat, but I realized I made a mistake with that tracking spell. Twilight said, as they were continuing to run along the stone floor. It wasn't dimming because of our personalities. The strings were dimming because they represent our life force. I made the spell so that way I could see who was in the greatest danger, and who was in need of the greatest help. And somehow, Mirage makes you forget that part of the spell, Mandy questioned, trailing just behind the others, but alongside Pinky. That means she's nothing more than a big, grubby teeny pants, Pinky yelled. So while you were focusing on saving us, she was busy focusing on everything on hurting flares, Dash said, flying just ahead of the others. Twilight panted, running as fast as she could, blasting stone hands that appeared in her way. I think that was their plan from the beginning. No matter who I picked at the start to save, she would have spent that time torturing the one I couldn't get to. Then she would take her from all of us and break us that way. Either way, she had the game in her little claws in the beginning. How deliciously cruel, Tracy said, running just behind. Tracy would almost admire the planning if Mirage weren't a monster. Enough admiring the bad guy. Are we getting any closer to Fluttershy? Dash asked, pushing her wings to her limit. We should almost be... Twilight looked at the eggshell case before her. There! Mirage laughed at the heads of the 6 ponies as they neared Fluttershy's cage. Ha 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 ha! Oh, Twilight, I think it's time you learned an important lesson that your mentor should have taught you from the start. The girls soon watched in shock as the rock that held Fluttershy began to crumble before them, breaking off and ready to fall. Hope is a very fleeting thing. The rock that held Fluttershy finally separated and fell off into darkness. With a look of steely determination, Rainbow Dash got ready to leap off into the dark to try and stop the falling stone, only to be forced down by an increase in gravity. Ah! The other 5 let out grunts of pain as they too felt the gravity increase in their bodies, holding them down. Ah! Rainbow! Twilight yelled as she concentrated on matching her horn. You're the only one who can fly! Take this thing around season 3! Try and get Fluttershy! The spell will remove the effects of gravity spell on you! The purple light glowed from her Rainbow Dash, releasing the pressure that kept her pinned to the ground. Shaking her mane, she turned to the others with a desire to help them. Turning her head, she realized there was nothing she could do for them at the moment, and left out the rock into the darkness. Beating her wings to increase her downward thrust, she descended faster and faster through the black void, keeping her eye on the egg-shaped dot. Suddenly, a stone boulder flew into her view, causing her to swerve around the rock that dot, costing her time. She pressed herself a little harder in order to make up the lost time. However, more and more rocks kept flying into her view, blocking her path. Within minutes, the dot flew out of Rainbow's sight, and any chance she had of catching up was gone. Summerly, Dash flew back up to where her friends were. As she began to recover from the influence of the gravity spell, they watched as Rainbow Dash flew back onto the rock. Pinky reached out her hoof to ask about Fluttershy, but the look and shaking of Dash's head said it all to her. The others opened their eyes in horror as Pinky fell to her haunches and began to cry. No! 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 Pinky could barely finish as he began to cry. I'm sorry, guys. I failed! Rainbow stopped herself from saying failure as she slammed her head onto the ground in rage. Twilight laid her head down, not stopping the tears. We were so close! Oh, we got this far! Only to... Twilight was never one to take failure well, especially when it was one that would result in the death of her friend. Tracy began to cry as well, but then raised her head up. A look of determination crossed her face as he placed her up to her hat and tipped her over her eyes. Rainbow Dash! How's your throwing arm? Pretty good. Why? Because I am going to need it. Twilight! Could you create a portal spell? As Twilight got up, she began to realize what Tracy's plan was. Trixie, are you nuts? It could kill you! What's the plan here? Elsa asked. Rainbow Dash is going to throw me at the moment when she hits rainbow speeds. I'll then reach out and test the Secret One's egg chamber when I reach it. At which point, I'll create a portal spell below us, Trixie explained, not noticing she stopped talking about herself in the third person. Twilight, you can then activate the other side of the portal from here, and me and Fluttershy will land back here. Brandy walked up to Trixie. But darling, if Twilight is off, or you're off by a second, your results would be disastrous for you both. Trixie chuckled confidently as she looked at Twilight. This is why the great and powerful Trixie will be putting every ounce of trust she has into her rival's abilities. And as he will save Trixie before anything bad can happen. Look, it's nuts. We don't have much of a choice. Applejack went and grabbed the lasso that Trixie had been given her earlier. Here, Casey Mr. Grab, this'll get you to her. Randy used her magic to pick up 2 stones and hand them to Twilight. Once bringing Twilight's ear, the unicorn nodded and enchanted 2 stones. Here, take this. She gave Trixie one of the stones. I had Twilight enchant the stones with a locator spell. The moment you reach Fluttershy, this stone will light up and signal Twilight. Trixie held the stone and nodded, and thanks as she went over to Dash. Alright, suicidal. Let's do this. Okay, just don't scream when I throw you at 760 miles per hour, Dash said, picks up Trixie and carrying over to the edge. And yes, that is the speed you reach when you get to a sonic boom. Trixie does not scream! She yells. Trixie said as Dash flew up to the sky a little, putting her hose around Dash's neck. Well, swell, she nodded to Dash as the blue Pegasus flew off at top speed. She watched as the entire world around her became a blur as Dash picked up speed, increasing the velocity second by second. The force of the wind began to blow back Trixie's lips as a wide smile as she tried her best to keep her eyes forward so long until she saw a cone of sound surrounding Rainbow Dash, showing that a barrier was about to be broken. The shellmare could barely hear Rainbow Dash yell to get her ready as they reached the breaking point. Rainbow Dash wrapped her hose around Trixie as she neared the point. The barrier was at its weakness and prepared to throw her. With an explosive light and sound, Rainbow Dash drew Trixie at the exact moment the explosion occurred, causing her like a bullet being fired out again. I'm Celestia Luna getting today! You're God searching me at this! This was a stupid and bad idea! Ah! Trixie yelled as she was strung from Rainbow Dash's grip. As Trixie fell through the empty void, she struggled to keep herself conscious through the free fall. At the same time, keeping herself from burning up through the friction with the help of a small steel spell she would use for illusions. Okay, Trixie, you can do this. You've done burst illusions. Just don't black out. Just don't black. For a few moments, Trixie's world went black. Ah! Fuck! How long was I out? Did I miss her? Trixie looked forward to see an egg-shaped case ahead of her. Good! There she is! Smirking, Trixie reached out with her hoof and trying to reach it. She missed. Growling, she turned to look at the egg with a look of defiance. Using her magic to create a featherfall spell, she used the rope that Applejack had given her to lash it around the egg and swing herself onto the egg cell. Concentrating hard, she formed a portal spell opening up beneath them. Twilight watched as the sun began to glow, signaling to open the portal on her side. Using this magic, she generated the portal and allowed the two to fall through. Quickly, the 5 ponies ran to the 2 prone mares. Guys, look at her! Dad said, looking at the mere Pegasus laying in a field position. She's barely breathing! She exclaimed, looking over the mare's body. Saw her body had now become a faint shade of yellow, blood streaks spreading down her body. Her mane hung limply over her head as her oiled tail seemed to roam over the sail. Tracy, you'll need to get that spell, Applejack said as he turned to Tracy, who could barely stand. Can't. Wasted a lot of mana. Tracy panted as he lay flat on the ground. Twilight, you'll have to do the rest. Twilight went on his shot. You knew? Celestia's prize student. Breathing came in pants. Of course you can figure it. Tracy's spell by now. It doesn't matter. Tracy will just find a new spell to trump you. Tracy's smart. No! Go! Twilight nodded as she put her horn to the keys to contain her friend, whilst as the bright light came over her eyes. Twilight opened her eyes to find a desolate, barren Ponyville. As far as she could see, she saw no signs of life to the small town. This gave the small village an air of death that could not exist, and a feeling of wrongness about the entire place. Walking through the town, Twilight tried to shake off the feeling of creepiness that was in her body, threatening to overtake her. A few minutes of walking through the fog-swept town, looking at the darkened buildings, she got her first sight of life. Monster. Beware of the monster. The voice was soft, just a whisper, but loud enough to hear it. Monster? Twilight asked herself. Who's a monster? Monster. Beware the monster, was her only response. Twilight continued to walk through Ponyville, seeing only a few ponies within the buildings now. Each pony would only look out a few seconds before hiding back inside. The longer she sped through the village, the more she wished she had brought a friend with her to help with the creepy feeling that it had to stop the voices. Monster. Beware the monster. The voices growing louder now, repeating themselves like a mantra. Shaking her head, Twilight continued to look through the town in hopes to see a sign of Fluttershy, or dark vistas of her friends like the other dreams. Turning her hand in her shirts, she saw a sight that hurt her deeply. Across from her was Sugar Corner, destroyed and in ruins. Walking closer, Twilight saw that the building was broken from the inside out, like it had collapsed on itself. As she got closer, she saw an orange hoof, holding a blue hoof underneath the rubble. This made her gasp at horror and back up a few feet. Under her breath, she cursed Mirage for subjecting her friend to this, until the twins were alright. Looking away, she did not notice the remains of a blue hair bow and a white wing under the rubble. Monster. Beware the monster. Twilight walked away from the ruins of the building, only to see Carousel Boutique ruin and destroy. Shaking her head in horror, she ran to the ruins to see if any pony was there. She stopped herself as she saw 3 burnt skeletons, red cape adorning each one. She turned around quickly, not wanting to see more. A shudder went across her spine as she went to her house, in flames while a small body was impaled on a spike in front of the treehouse. She ran away from the sight, not wanting to see the small dragon-shaped body on the pike. She ran to the village. Voices in her head began to get louder and louder. Monster! Beware the monster! She could hardly fly. Now her friends all die. Monster! Beware the monster! She tried to be brave, but not a soul she could save. Monster! Beware the monster! She gave it to fears, and now Ponyville sheds tears. Monster! Beware the monster! She asserted herself to atone. Now she is all alone. Monster! Beware the monster! Monster! Beware the wings! Monster! Beware the monster! Monster! Beware the Fluttershy! Twilight screamed out loud into the sky. Had to stop the voices from continuing to rhyme. Lily flat down her stomach. She put her ears to the hose to stop the voices. Focus, Twilight. The dust voices. The trying to hurt Fluttershy through her fears. She said, rising up from the ground, continuing her walk, hoping that Fluttershy was somewhere in her cottage. As she walked, she suddenly caught her eye. A graveyard just a few miles away. Swallowing hard, she walked to the graveyard to see what was buried there. When she reached it, she crossed over the fence into the yard where she saw the stones. She sat down on her flank when she saw whose names were inscribed. Verity Bell, killed because Fluttershy wasn't brave enough to go through fire. Pickamia Diane Pie, murdered because Fluttershy was too assertive. Rainbow Danger Dash, killed because Fluttershy wasn't strong enough to save her. Abigail Jacqueline III, killed because Fluttershy was too weak to do anything. Twilight Sparkle, killed because Fluttershy was too useless to save herself. No, this can't. Tears began to flow from Twilight's eyes as she read the name on the tombstones. Each one hurting her more and more. Looked ahead to the graveyard, seeing more and more names on each stone. Each one listed how Fluttershy was responsible for all their deaths due to her nature. Monster. Beware the monster. Twilight narrowed her eyes, mind thinking of through all what she had seen, the pain that she was experiencing, and how to fix it. Standing up from her sitting position, she looked around for the graveyard in an attempt to find the source of the voices. You idiots! You don't know her at all! Do you? Twilight said, stamping her foot. She's nothing like you people have described. Not even close. Yes, she can't be meek and defenseless compared to the others. But you know what? A smirk came across her face. She's anything but weak. Let me show you things that I found out about her. You see, when I first met her, I did think she was just a shy animal caretaker with nothing more to offer to kings. Heck, I even came close to agreeing with Dash about how she could help us with the dragon. Then, I spent more and more time with her, seeing the things she has done for me and the others. That's when I reached a very interesting conclusion. So I walked across the graveyard, or flaring up with magic. First, I might be stronger than I am, and braver than Dash. Yes, I said it, and you're never going to make me take it back. You know why she's stronger than me? It's because despite her fears, her weakness, or lack of confidence of herself, somehow, in some way, she will always find a way to help us. Scared? Yes. Shy? Yes. Weak? Oh, definitely not. I've seen her push herself even when she was afraid of failure. I watched her help us when she was scared of the dragon. I see her stick to what she is even when everybody says differently. That's true strength right there. That's why I don't believe these stones. Because I know she would never fail her friends no matter how bad the situation is. You know what? Neither would we. Am I really that strong? A soft voice said to the animals that were talking with Twilight's voice. Twilight chuckled as she used her magic to control the animals. Yes, you are. Let's go back, Twilight. Twilight nodded, a smile entering her face as the dream shattered. Fluttershy opened her blue eyes slowly as the key shattered. She looked up from her laying position to look at the 5 ponies in front of her. Thank you for being here. Tears came from all 5 ponies as they hugged the yellow Pegasus tightly, not daring to let go for a moment. Fluttershy in turn nuzzled each one in pure bliss. She looked to where Trixie was barely getting up and tried to her. Lowering her hoof, she helped Trixie up to stand on her hooves. You helped Trixie? Of course. You were hurt and needed help. I want to help any pony, no matter what. Even me, no matter what. Fluttershy said, a soft smile on her face, as the other 5 walked up right behind her. A smile came across Trixie's face. Thank you, Fluttershy. So, we're all back together now. Now what? Dash asked as he disappeared in white light They soon found themselves in the throne room of Mirage. Now, we enter the next game.